with Thunderbird. There's no other word in his vocabulary, but it is one of the most unique repacks I have ever seen. We have some really interesting minds around here. One of the, I mean, you've seen them in AT cases, you've seen them in XT cases. I've seen it in a metal box with hard drives hanging down from the top on the inside. But one of the most interesting ones I've seen was donated today, where we have a CoCo in a tape deck. With a remote mounted keyboard, a floppy drive. I don't know that there's a hard drive inside, but there may be. Unfortunately, the video meters do not work. But it would be a cool thing to put a little audio amplifier in there so that you could monitor the signal off of the hard drive as it's going into the controller. Watch it down, back and forth. So one of the things that was donated were a bunch of old newsletters. Got some, but here is Vice President of Special Events as photographed by our fearless leader. Well, not exactly as photographed. They don't teach composition in physics class. But a little post-production work, a new background, and voila, I'm ready for my new career at National Enquirer. Now just a little bit more work, and I'll give him more hair. You can look at this later, but this is me in 1995. But you know, being that this is coming from 1995, I want to look. Some things have not changed. Here's a list of the 1994 executive officers and how to contact them. There are some old names here, names that you would probably recognize. But the one that I want to bring out is our long-standing treasurer, Mr. George Schneeweiss. And for his years of service, at least since 1994, we are presenting him with this trophy, 25th anniversary CoCoFEST, last Chicago CoCoFEST. Color computer picture up here. George, thank you. Thank you for this. Now, in conjunction with that, it's also a celebration because this year George turns 95. 95. So, much to his embarrassment, or maybe not. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear George. Happy birthday to you. Now, back in 1980, I don't know, it might have been 85. He's not here today, but I'm going to recognize him anyway. We have a trophy for the biggest pusher, that doesn't sound right, the biggest supporter for Hindsight Color Computer Club that you have seen. And unfortunately, he's not here today, won't be here tomorrow. Might be on Skype, and the coder for Logical, cupcakes for Jordan's birthday. We're presenting another trophy to Mr. Bob Smoger. Accepting for Bob is John Mark Mobley, who sees him on a very regular basis. As I fall over the chair. We have another trophy. There have been many people who have developed things over the years for the color computer programs, gimmicks, add-ons, but one of the most prolific producers over the years has been Mr. Mark Marlette. Mark, Mark's not here. Accepting for Mark will be his lovely and talented assistant. Just tell him what he missed. So one of the most popular, well-known, and outspoken, we have another one. They're not going for $2 a piece this year. Some of you will read it. Outspoken proponent for not only the color computer, developer of software, widely versed in a number of different operating systems, never at loss for words to promote the color computer for the club or the fest, and who, if I remember correctly, and don't correct me if I'm wrong, the person that put most of this together, the show guide, Mr. John Linville. Thank you.
No speech, no speech.
No speech, yes. We have also somebody who's been actually taking new something that's come up over the past couple of years, new technology, 3D printers, and somebody who's done a lot of experimentation, a lot of interesting stuff. That's all I can say. With 3D printers for the color computer world, etc., is Mr. John Strong.
Yeah.
John Strong. Get everybody in here.
He's too busy selling reproduction ROM packs.
There you go. For John Strong, when he gets in here, y'all are supposed to be here. Now, one of the long time attendees of the many different fests over the years, from whom we have learned a new appreciation in photography. Last year, person who has interfaced with
Too late.
Ansel Adams, even.
Too late. Sorry, John.
Mr. Wally. What? That's he, John. He missed his chance.
Yeah, too late. Nope, sorry. Come back next year.
No, don't go away. Wally? Wally, hey, Wally! Supporters for the fest. Been around for many years. I have one more.
Somebody else.
John, you got your trophy. Good. We need one more person. Could you go get our one more person?
They heard Tony was going to talk, so they're in the next room.
1985, there was a gentleman who still had, probably, an HO gauge set, train set, who had read an article about how to interface your train set with the color computer. And that's the first year that I ever laid eyes on Brother Jeremy in 1985. And since about 1993, when he did his first service Sunday morning to the Glenside Club at the CoCoFEST, I give you Brother Jeremy.
Yeah! Wow.
And he also
getting that through customs.
probably came farther than anybody else.
Pardon?
He came from farther.
Oh, yeah. He's also the farthest traveling attendee to this year's fest.
Yeah, at least I don't have to take my shoes off, you know. Sandals, I can, you know.
All right. Excuse me just a moment. Wow.
There's an eerie hush falls over the room.
All this stuff you're gonna need it.
You want to get something, you can call it a joke, you can get the frivolous or whatever out of the way. but you couldn't hear a pin drop, and this didn't come out by Sprint. But we have here an interesting Wi-Fi device, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It does need a power supply, but it's got everything else with it. Can I get,
And it's Canadian.
You betcha.
Sounds like a bowling alley I used to live on.
yeah. Can I get a quarter for this? I'm starting out low. There's no minimum bid. Can I get a quarter for this? Just to let you know. No. Hey, looks.
It's fully loaded too. It's like in the box.
Quarter! I got a quarter. I got a quarter. Can I get 50 cents? I got a quarter. Get 50 cents. That's a color screen. 25 cents going once. 25 I got 50 cents. 50 cents. Can I get 75?
No, it's
50 cents going once. 50 cents going twice. Sold for 50 cents.
Yay!
Yes, that too. Nextel BlackBerry Wi-Fi device. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, the man right there. Maybe a little bit less frivolous, maybe a little bit more.
Who bought that?
Kirk. A little bit more to a utilitarian for somebody who wants to get into an entry level with the color pocket PDA.
Damn it, I lost the damn stream again.
PDA goes.